Honored guests, welcome to the grand opening of our new permanent garden railway. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Joe Holman. I am the secretary of the BCSME. So I'm going to introduce now the actual dignitaries. To my extreme left, Kent Cavagan, who is the president of the BCSME. Dan Pantages is beside him. He is the president of the Greater Vancouver Garden Railway Club. In the middle, the guy I like to call Stretch is Ian McGregor. Ian McGregor is a member of the BCSME and the GBGRC, and it is through his very kind and very generous donation that this structure has in fact been built. Roughly about half of the money used to put this together is Ian. So I'd like a good hand for Ian, please. To Ian's left is Tom Carr. Tom is the communications manager of the BCSME. He is also the Garden Railway Committee chairman, and he has had a fair bit to do with how this whole situation has developed over the last 6 years. And last but certainly not least is Dennis Boza. Dennis is the project manager. It was he who basically ensured all of this was put together. I'd like a big hand for the lot. Now, about 6 years ago, a group of us ended up at the WCRA up in Squamish, and we encountered this rather diminutive track. We thought maybe someone had dehydrated 7.5, and it was garden scale. And we all looked at it, and we got very enthused. And so the little bit of a germ got planted, and it has now grown to what we see here. It took a group of people, members, to try to convince the BCSME executive that this had a place here in this park. We built a very small test section, which was just up by the section house, and after it was complete, we started to bring some of the public over here, especially the children, and we found that they were enthused. So it's like from Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. And now, last year, at the end of the year, we had the money and the funds and the approval of the board. The old test layout was laid to rest, and over the winter, Dennis and his crew, a very small crew I may add, worked long and hard to get this thing put together. So without further ado, I'm going to ask the BCSME president, Kent Cavagan, to say a few well-chosen words.
Well-chosen, okay. I was thinking about that, and three-quarters of what I was going to say was just said. Yeah. We started off, as he mentioned, with a small layout. It had its tribulations between moles and mushrooms.
Oh, yes,
it was a little bit too low for some of our members.
Not me.
You're one of the biggest complainers. The effort to create this, despite some challenges from some of our members, has paid off. We have a beautiful layout that Dennis and another person who's not up here, Dick Sutcliffe, Tom Carr, those three have been the driving forces behind it. I don't know what else to say except this is fantastic, and it's only going to get better. That's it for me, folks.
And now a few well-chosen words from Dan Pantages.
I'd like to thank BCSME for providing this. We had a track at Art Knapp's down on King George, and that's gone by the wayside. So having this with running rights on it is a big deal for our club. a lot of members don't have a layout at their home. Today's properties are getting smaller and more people are moving into condos and what have you. Anyhow, this is a wonderful situation and it's just great as far as our club's concerned. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ian, would you like to say a few words?
Not particularly. What do I say?
Well, you could make a short speech.
Okay.
Penny Vidi Vici.
I'll tell you something. If you think this was for you guys, you're wrong. For you, right? I live on Pender Island, and I can come over here with my locomotives, and I can play too. Without busting my back and using my truck to move the thing. Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Ian. Tom, do you have anything you'd like to say?
This has been a dream come true for a lot of people. And I look forward to spending many a happy hour down here running trains, as I hope you all will do the same. Thank you.
And the final comes from the genius that put this thing together,
Yay.
Dennis Boza. Unfortunately, he didn't bring any champagne, to celebrate, but we'll let that pass.
That's okay, it wasn't in the budget anyhow.
Well, during construction, a few people had asked if there was going to be a golden spike. And I said, well, probably not, because that usually signals the end of construction. I'd really like to think of this as the end of phase 1 today and the start of the next phase. So instead of a golden spike, I brought a golden train.
All right.
And I'd like to thank everyone that has helped me for, well, I guess since September when we started dismantling the old layout, and I look forward to everybody that's going to help me with the next phase.
And on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let the fun begin. The railway is open.
And if Dick did things right, the train should run.
That would be bonus. Thanks, folks.
Mom, it's really boiling. I know. I ordered a tree butter.